What is up, guys? Welcome to a new video. Today I want to talk properly about motivation. Like, if you watch any of my videos to get better, this is probably the one you need to watch to let the others work. Without this, I don't really think you're going to be able to climb very well, and take it from me who's just been through all of this. By the way, the actual background footage and stuff really doesn't matter for this video, so you can minimize me, you can play some League, you can, I don't know, have a dump and watch me on your phone, anything. You really don't actually need to watch it. This is something I've been going through a lot recently, and I think it's just really important for any game, not just League. If you want to get better at Overwatch or even Hearthstone or Counter-Strike, anything like that, then this is actually going to help. So this channel is a lot about strong picks or ways to improve and win stuff, right? Like interesting things that you can use, and all of that is going to be useless if you don't use it properly. That's pretty obvious. I think like anyone can probably make that statement, but you kind of need motivation, otherwise what is the point? Like, why would you play League and do all this stuff if you're forcing yourself to do it? I honestly used to think motivation didn't really matter that much, but like the more I do this, the more I play the game, the more I like make videos, the more I realize the stuff I say can have different kind of effects used by different people. It sounds really obvious, but there's just like so many factors that go into someone climbing. So I used to think that skill was kind of better than everything else. Like if you had skill, then it didn't matter about your attitude or anything else, like your knowledge, you could just outskill people, kind of like a typical AD carry main, right? So I used to play competitive, kind of like challenger ranked 5s, and my aim was always to just dick on someone in the lane phase or outsmart them mid game with better knowledge. Either way, kind of proving I'm more skilled at the game. Obviously, sometimes that would get me boned because I'm not the best player in the game, and like better players would spank me, but attitude wise, like was always, if I'm better, I should win. That is actually really not how League works, especially this season now. It's changed a lot over the seasons. Like you can't hard carry by yourself as much anymore. So I guess this video is more just like advice from someone who has been through it all before. So I'm going to use myself as an example because it's the easiest way to talk about this. So like the history of me as a player, I guess. I started playing in season 1. I didn't play any ranked because I was still getting to level 30. I actually honestly thought League was pretty crap at that point, so I wasn't playing very much anyway. But in season 2, I took it way more seriously. We had the elo system. I was like 2100, 2150, which was kind of pro level. In season 3, I was almost challenger before we had master tier, getting like 0 LP gains in like high diamond 1. Season 4, diamond 1. In season 5 and season 6, I got to high diamond, but I just stopped because I didn't really care. Early on, I played so much League, like I enjoyed the game way more. I wanted to get high elo. It meant more as a rank anyway, I guess. Like it meant more to be high diamond. I was playing on competitive teams. Like all of those things were motivation to push me to play 5 hours a day. Season 5 and season 6 ranks meant less anyway, so I wasn't like that fussed. It wasn't like as big of an ego boost, I guess. As sad as that sounds, I couldn't really have as much bragging rights, so I just stopped enjoying the game. Anyway, so recently I started playing more and more and getting my form back, but I wasn't really improving as fast as I wanted to, and I think the reason was because I didn't really care. Like I didn't want it enough. I didn't actually want to get high elo. I was just playing for the sake of playing because I found it fun. For those of you who don't know, by the way, I actually have a second YouTube channel where I am doing an unranked to diamond gameplay video every day. That has actually kind of sparked my motivation back and was kind of the idea behind this video, I guess. Like now I'm starting to do a journey to master as well. There is a link for that channel down in the description if you want to watch them, but honestly, if you go back and like watch some of the earlier ones and now watch the recent episodes, I think you can tell a massive difference between how I play. At the start of the series, I was a little bit rusty, I guess, but I was making small mistakes and I was like, oh well, it doesn't really matter. But now it's given me a reason to care again and play the best I can. At the moment, I think I'm on like an 8-game win streak or something because I'm taking it really seriously and looking at every little thing that I can do. Every tiny mistake I make a mental note to not do it again. It's actually also made me want to push to master, to do a series of that on that channel, something which I never cared about before. Like I didn't even want the rank. I didn't really care about it. It didn't really mean anything to me. The biggest reason why I haven't done a master series like everyone else, like Pants is doing challenger, right? Red's doing master. I think Fox is doing master. G-Bay's obviously done diamond. I didn't do any of them because I didn't care about the rank anyway. I didn't want it, but now I do. Now I have a reason to get better and I'm improving so much quicker than I was before, back to the form I used to be in. I guess as a side note, while I'm talking about that, would you guys want to see like a road to masters kind of on this channel, like highlights from the games I play on the other ones? I guess I haven't really thought about that. I don't know what I would do with it. It just literally popped into my head as I was saying that, but I guess let me know in the comments if you'd like to see it or not. Anyway, so I know this is a bit different for me because like I have a YouTube channel, right? I have this kind of gameplay channel which reignited my passion. I hate that word for the game, I guess. Like I want to play it. That's probably a better way of saying it, but there are similar things like overall, I guess, you can actually line up with. The thing is, it's different for me. Like I've been playing way longer. 6 years. I'm bound to get kind of bored, and for you guys who have been playing like 1, 2, 3, 4 years, I guess, you are probably not at that stage, like the same stage that I'm at. Now, I absolutely love my job with YouTube, by the way. Like if you weren't sure, at the beginning of this year, I actually quit my job. I moved and I took this seriously. Like I started doing doing daily videos. I'm a gigantic idiot, to be honest, because when I moved at the start of this year, I couldn't even afford to pay rent. Like, YouTube was making me no money at all. I couldn't pay my bills and my rent. I was living off my savings. But now, thankfully, like, I took the risk. It paid off. I kind of exploded, and now I can. And like, you honestly don't know how thankful I actually am for the situation I'm in. Anyway, so the second channel is great for me, and I love it. It's giving me that motivation and stuff. But I'm enjoying League, but it's giving me like the reason to do it. That is the really big thing. Motivation is all about the reason behind the motivation. You can't just say, yes, I'm motivated to do it if you don't have a reason why you actually want to. This can be things like you want to climb, right? You want to get that rank. It can just be as simple as that. I want to get diamond. Like, that will make me feel really good about myself. It will like beat my friends, I guess. You want to beat their rank. Even just proving you can do it to yourself. Like, if you're one of those people who likes a challenge, you set yourself the goal of diamond and you're like, okay, I'm going to prove to myself I can actually play at that level. One of the most underrated ones though is like maining and mastering a champion. So for me, like, one of the reasons I actually got back into League was because I wanted to learn Gangplank. He looked very fun and I kind of just started to spam him over again. And I actually started to really enjoy League because I was playing a champion I actually enjoyed and learning as well. The biggest one is actually just having fun though, because if you have fun, you'll naturally get some motivation. Though I don't know actually, like, can you really have fun when you play League? I'm not sure that's actually possible. So the idea for this video really came for like two things. The first one was like the second channel, so like how that kind of motivation wanted me to play League again, how much of an effect that actually had on my skill level and how quickly I was improving and stuff. The other one though was like, my life is changing on Monday, okay? So I'm going to go to the gym 5 times a week. I'm going to be sticking to a strict meal plan, like 4 meals a day of exact weights and like food and stuff. My personal trainer, like, the first thing he ever said to me when I was setting this up was like, how motivated are you to do this? Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, tell me how much you want this. That kind of like surprised me because I was like, well, if I didn't want it, why would I be talking to you anyway? And he was like, you'd be surprised. Like, some people just fancy the idea of it, but they don't really want it. And I think that's actually the same for some of you guys that watch my videos. Like, you watch my videos, maybe you just watch it for our accent. Like, I don't really blame you, right? The English accent is kind of nice, I guess. Like, some people fall asleep to my voice, which is a little bit strange. But like, you watch the videos, you kind of don't have anything to do maybe, but if you really want to improve and climb, you actually will by using the stuff that I'm telling you. So without it, like without motivation, you're not going to improve very fast at all. You might climb, but it's going to take you a lot longer than it would normally. Also, you'll become way more toxic. So this isn't for everyone, but most people that are toxic just don't have much motivation to play. Like, honestly, they're not really that fussed about climbing, and so they lash out because they get bored, because they don't really have like any kind of reason to not, I guess. You're not going to really play as well as you could. Like, you won't be as fast. You'll make small little mistakes that add up into bigger ones, so you're just like, well, it doesn't matter. Like, kind of what I was doing on my second channel. But if you cut those small mistakes out, it makes a big difference. It also comes down to like quality over quantity. So a lot of people will just spam games if they have no motivation, because they're just like, if I play enough, if I just keep going, like, eventually I'll get better. But that's not really how it works. You can play less games but have higher quality games and actually learn more. The last thing as well is you'll just have no fun. If you have no motivation, you're not going to enjoy the game. Like, you can have motivation just to have fun. Like, that can be something. You don't have to want to climb. You can play normal games and stuff, but if you don't have any motivation to play the game, you're not going to have any fun, and that is kind of why you then turn into a toxic piece of poo. I guess actually this leads into like addiction versus wanting to play. I know it sounds really weird, but some people are addicted to playing League. I used to be addicted to playing League, I think, looking back at it. Anyway, the final thing is just like how to actually get it back. Like, how do you get that motivation if you've kind of fallen off it? If you feel like you're in a rut, if you plateaued out, you're not improving, you're not climbing, then how do you get some motivation back to actually make that push? The first one is like setting goals. So you need to have some kind of reason, right? You have to set a goal to be that reason. For me, the reason was not to suck on my gameplay channel, like not to be embarrassed because I'm feeding my ass off in front of you guys when I'm trying to teach you how to play. So I needed to improve myself. This can just be things like the champion. So I want to get really good with this champion. I want to master that guy. I want to spank people with him, and you'll play over and over and you'll enjoy the game more because you have that focus. It can just be like a league in general. I want to get to gold. I want to get to silver, plat, diamond, master, whatever it is. Or even things as small as like, I want this amount of CS in the lane phase. I want to kill someone in the lane phase. I want to die less. Even these like little stats, it's just anything to measure it and like measure your performance is actually going to set a goal for you and make you have a little bit more motivation because you have something to work towards. Finally, just share your experience. Like, share how well you're doing. If you go on a 3-game win streak, like, tell me, tweet me, come onto my second channel, channel, like everyone talks a lot on my gameplay channel. People all the time are saying like, I just had a 5-game win streak, I just have a 10-game win streak, whatever it is, and people are replying to each other and saying like good job and stuff, and I like actually love that. Like the community around my games, I guess, is just perfect for me, and it feels so good as well, like to actually share what you're doing and have someone else say, actually that's really impressive, good job, man. Like that is the kind of thing that you want to aim for. And if you don't have friends to share your like games with, I guess, or you don't have anyone else, go and tell your mom, I guess, tell your dog. If you don't have those things to tell them to though, come onto my gameplay channel and tell people in the comments there. Anyway, this kind of turned into a bit of a long video. I actually meant for this to be like a 5-6 minute video, and I just kind of ran and like it will be a short, sweet, get your motivation back and improve at the game, but it kind of like went out the window, I guess. This is what happens when I don't 100% structure and script a video, because I just ramble like a moron. But thank you guys for putting up with it. Thank you for watching if you're still here, and I hope this actually helped. It should help a lot with the rest of my videos moving forward as well. But that's gonna be all for this video, so I'll leave you with the robots.